I'm back at it again with the family vacation, adventure, review, and vlog. In this video, I share my experience at Wild Florida, so join us. The first half of the video is an airboat tour, and then the second half of the video, we visit the Gator Park. And don't skip around because you might miss something cool. What's up? Welcome back to Whitney Styles' YouTube channel. We just arrived at Wild Florida, time to park our car and head in, but not before being greeted by exotic animals already. The first thing on our agenda is the airboat tour. We did purchase our tickets online, but you still have to check in at the front desk so that they can direct you where to go, and it's recommended you arrive at least 15 minutes early. They give you a set of wristbands for your party and then tell you to head outside. On the way outside, there is this small indoor gator pond. There's one cool little gator swimming in the water, but all the rest were very still, very calm. Looked like they were doing the mannequin challenge. It's a nice way to get you excited about seeing some gators. We walked outside to wait for our tour to start. They had a covered pavilion area that had benches, signage, and then some fun facts about airboats. I was impressed with the variety of plants, trees, wildlife, and just nature in general that this place has, so I'm showing you all that. At first, airboats were used as workboats for fishermen and biologists to gather organisms since they provided an easy way to access the shallow waters. A few years later, folks started using them to travel and explore the swamps of Florida. Airboats have evolved and they're now mostly used for entertainment and at times, public safety. I literally just read that out the sign because, reading is fundamental. This sign also encourages you to bring a hat, sunglasses, and water. A lot of people started to arrive for this airboat tour, and I was thinking, I hope they don't squeeze all of us onto one boat. But luckily, they didn't. Groups are divided up based on the reservation time and the size of the party, and then you're assigned a captain. After walking down the long aisleway, you're directed to your boat, and I wasn't about to get on a boat with all these people and all these kids. Y'all know I will complain. But anyway, that was not the boat that we were assigned to, so we just kept it moving. This place has a lot of boats and they do a lot of tours and they definitely run a smooth operation. At the complete opposite end of the dock was our boat, so we're gonna get on the boat that's over to the left. And look how big the engine is. We were greeted by our captain. Sadly, I do not remember his name, but he was cool. You'll hear from him later. The airboat is an open, flat-bottom boat. The engine is mounted on the back. The driver's seat is in an elevated position. There's a cage protecting the propeller to prevent objects from flying in. After a brief safety presentation from the captain, we're off. We did the 30-minute airboat tour. It was $31 for adults and $28 for kids. Online, it said, travel the perimeter of our beautiful wetlands and see natural Florida firsthand. 100% pure Florida wilderness at its finest. Come explore the real Florida in the headwaters of Florida Everglades. We did not book a private tour, but that is an option. Luckily, they only put us on a boat with our party of 4 and these 2 nice guys who sat in the front row. I really enjoyed this tour. It was very much giving Lion King vibes. The captain did what he could to keep the boat ride interesting. He accelerated, he did quick turns, did a little swerving in the airboat. I definitely recommend wearing sunglasses. I actually wish I would have had a face shield. There were times where there were bugs and little drops of water that just splash up and hit you in the face, and that's disgusting. You don't necessarily get wet, like it's not so much water that it's just overflowing and pouring into the boat, but there might be little particles of water that splash up and hit you. We did our tour at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It was 100 degrees, so it was really hot. Definitely needed that breeze from the boat moving. We also recommend using the headphones they provide to protect your ears from that loud engine and propeller.
We kind of have to watch this gator. She's a little playful.
She might snap at you.
She may get in the boat with us.
She's growling.
She's awful black.
If you look behind her, and a little bit to the right behind her, there's a little babies right up there against the grass.
Oh, I see a little.
I don't see nothing.
You'll see one move here in a minute.
She just went under.
Oh, she went down.
Now guys, she may come up right here at the boat, so I wouldn't be sticking my arms over. What she did is she pulled up a bunch of grass, made this mound out of it, laid her eggs in the middle of it, and when the grass decomposes, it creates heat, and that's what incubates the eggs.
Oh.
And if the temperature inside of that nest reaches 86 degrees Fahrenheit and stays there, every gator that hatches out will be a female.
Oh boy.
If it gets to 92 or above, they'll all be males. Somewhere in the middle, you get both. And she's guarding her nest to keep things from digging up her eggs, and then after they hatch out, she'll guard those little gators. everybody wants to see a gator. And in the mornings, you'll find a few floating around out there in the water. But when it gets hot like this, the only gators you're going to find is one that's on a nest.
So you suggest early tours to potentially. Yeah, why would you?
When you enter the water, you enter the food chain.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Florida's #1 in the world for 4 things, and that's alligator attacks, shark attack.
I filmed that from my cell phone, so on camera it was very hard to see the baby gators, but we could see them in real life. On a 30-minute tour, that was the only set of gators that we saw. Now our captain told us, I could take you to another spot that has more gators. So I'm like, okay, cool. This whole time I'm thinking we're going to another spot to see more gators, and he basically looping around to take us back to our starting point. So that was confusing. Maybe you get to see more gators if you book an hour tour. I don't know. The hour tour did say that you'll get an in-depth look at alligators, birds, eagles, trees, and plants, but 30 minutes was more than enough for me. Overall, it was a good experience. I would recommend this to others and I would go again. The only thing I would do differently is going at 9 a.m. The website says the best tour time of the day is 9 a.m. in the summer and noon in the winter, but unfortunately my dad did not want to go that early. So we followed his lead because we didn't want to go without him, and he was our driver. Remember I told you I wish I had a face shield? This is why. This huge insect flew in the boat during the tour. Pretty sure it hit someone in the face. We are now back on dry land. I was literally drenched in sweat, so I need to go to the restroom and just freshen up before the next part. But we are going to check out the gift shop, and then after that we are going to go to the Gator Park because you get free admission to the Gator Park with the purchase of an airboat tour. You are looking at extremely rare baby albino alligators that were born at Wild, Florida. There are only about 200 albino gators in the world. Their eyes appear pink due to the blood flow behind their eyes. They cannot survive in the natural environment due to their lack of camouflage, and they easily sunburn. Albino means missing melanin, and some albinos can appear white or yellow. They have translucent skin, so they can also appear pink in color. Wild, Florida is the first zoological facility to successfully mate and hatch baby albinos. Once again, I read that information right off the sign because you know what? Reading is fundamental. Alright, the airboat tour is complete, right in the middle of nowhere. It's been real. Now we're going to head over to the Wildlife and Nature Park, aka the Gator Park. This park is huge. Because we came so late in the day, we did not have time to explore it all. We wanted to ensure that we had time to do the drive-through safari adventure, and if you're interested in that, you can actually watch that because I have a vlog on that too. So click the link in the card above if you want to check out the drive-through safari where you're able to see native and exotic animals. But don't click away yet because there are more gators featured in this video. I had to get right up on the glass to see this gator. They are heavy on the be stiff, don't move, camouflage your surroundings because yeah, I could barely see him. We saw the baby albino gators in the tank, but this is a huge adult-sized gator. The Crusher is the largest gator at the park, and if you come at the correct time, you can watch the Crusher do a special performance with the Croc Squad and then also attend a gator feeding show. For whatever reason, they weren't doing tours this day, so the gator was really just hiding out behind a tree, but I think that would have been a really cool experience to watch, especially for younger kids. Another good opportunity for kids and adults is to visit the gator pond, and you can actually feed the gators. So they get real active when you're feeding them, literally crawling on top of each other trying to get to the food. And then once they realize the food is gone, they kind of back up or go back to swimming in the pond, and they're a lot more calm. If you want to see me and my nephew actually feed baby gators, then subscribe to my channel because I have another video where we went to another place and we fed the gators and it was a cool experience. They were actually like jumping in the air trying to get the food. And because I really like the gator pond, I'm just going to insert another clip for you here to see the different sizes, colors, textures, all that, just the variety of the gators in the pond. Here are some fun facts about gators for you to read while I provide some recommendations and look at the last set of gators. If you are planning a trip to Wild, Florida, check the weather. All of the activities are outdoors and you want to make sure that you don't get rained on. Also, come early in the morning. The park opens at like 9 a.m. I recommend making your reservation for your airboat tour early because that was the best time of the day to actually see live active gators, but then also just gives you time to explore all of the parks, be able to read the signs, learn the fun facts, and interact, or do the animal encounters without rushing from one activity to the next. If you're exploring the Gator Park, be prepared to walk and wear comfortable shoes. Expect sun, extremely hot temperatures, and humidity, so make sure you are prepared by wearing sunglasses, a hat, and whatever clothes you'll be most comfortable in, and maybe even some sunscreen. Eat a filling breakfast and or lunch before you arrive, and make sure you're drinking lots of water and fluids to stay hydrated. Bring your cell phone and your cameras to capture the moment and create memories with your family and friends. When you approach a misting station in the park, walk through it, enjoy it. Try to keep cool and be safe. See you later, alligator. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.